Understanding river landforms and their formation processes is fundamental, but to apply this knowledge effectively, you must be able to identify these landforms on maps. Topographic maps, in particular, are invaluable tools for visualizing and interpreting the landscape features shaped by rivers. These maps provide detailed information through contour lines, symbols, and other cartographic elements, allowing you to deduce the presence and characteristics of various river landforms. Contour lines are crucial for understanding the topography of an area and can indicate the direction in which a river flows. Contour lines connect points of equal elevation, and their spacing reflects the steepness of the terrain. When contour lines form a V-shape pointing upstream, it indicates a valley with a river flowing through it. The river flows from higher elevation to lower elevation, so the V-shape points in the opposite direction of the river's flow. By examining the arrangement and direction of these lines, you can determine the gradient of the river and identify key features like steep valley sides in the upper course or gentler slopes in the lower course. Maps also provide specific symbols and markers that indicate various river landforms. For example, waterfalls might be marked with specific symbols or annotations, indicating a sudden change in elevation where the river drops vertically. These are often found in the upper course of the river, where vertical erosion is predominant. Meanders, the characteristic bends in a river, can be identified by looking for sinuous curves in the river's path on the map. These are typically found in the middle and lower courses of the river, where lateral erosion and deposition create winding channels. Floodplains are another key landform that can be identified on maps. They are represented as broad, flat areas adjacent to the river, often with contour lines spaced widely apart, indicating a low gradient. The presence of agricultural fields or specific symbols for vegetation might also suggest fertile floodplain areas. Levees, the natural embankments formed by sediment deposition during floods, might not always be explicitly marked on maps, but their presence can be inferred from the proximity of floodplains and the river channel. Estuaries, found where the river meets the sea, can be identified by looking for wide, often tidal areas at the river's mouth. These are typically marked with symbols for mudflats, sandbanks, or tidal channels. The mixing of fresh and salt water in these areas creates a unique environment, often depicted with specific cartographic symbols or color codes indicating tidal influence. In addition to contour lines and symbols, maps may also include annotations or names that provide clues about the river landforms. For instance, place names that include terms like falls, bend, or mouth can indicate the presence of waterfalls, meanders, or estuaries, respectively. Maps often contain evidence of human interaction with river landforms, such as the presence of bridges, dams, or flood defenses, which can also help in identifying and understanding the river's behavior and the landforms it creates. Understanding how to read and interpret these cartographic elements is essential for identifying river landforms. While knowing the facts about how rivers shape the landscape is important, the ability to translate this knowledge onto a map is a vital skill for geographers, environmental scientists, and anyone interested in understanding the physical landscape. By using contour lines, symbols, and annotations, you can accurately identify river landforms and gain a deeper appreciation of the dynamic processes that create and transform these features over time.